Good evening, Pacific University. I'm Bob York, and this is Boxercast.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy, and there is...
In campus news, there will be an American Red Cross blood drive today, Friday, October 13th, from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. This is a great opportunity to make a difference in your community and possibly even save lives. To schedule your appointment or for more information, please call 1-800-RED-CROSS. In other campus news, Pacific University will be hosting their 24th annual Performing Arts Series with an electric mix of music by Roger McGuinn. This Saturday, October 14th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., come enjoy a Roger McGuinn concert at the Taylor Mead Theater. McGuinn is known for working with talents such as Bob Dylan and Tom Petty, as well as producing hit songs such as Turn, Turn, Turn and Hey Mr. Tambourine Man. For this week's weather, here's Cade the Weather Wilkins. Cade?
Thanks, Bob. Over the past couple of days, we've been experiencing too much rain and not enough sun. Well, Boxers, it appears that is changing as we are going to be receiving a good amount of sun from today all the way through Sunday. However, even though the sun is out, the temperature is still going to be subpar with the high today of only 58 degrees and Saturday's high only rising up to 60 degrees. Sunday, however, we are going to get a high of 69, so do your best to continue and try to get outside as much as you can before we lose the sun for a couple of months. With this week's weather, I'm Cade Wilkins, the only weatherman this town will ever need. Back to you, Bob.
Thanks, Cade. In national news, the rapper Eminem recently spoke his mind about President Trump in a video that played at the BET Hip Hop Awards on Tuesday, October 10th, accusing the president of racism, hypocrisy, disrespect to the military veterans, and more in a freestyle rap. Eminem also rapped about issues including the mass shootings taking place in Vegas and the hurricanes hitting Puerto Rico. Many celebrities, athletes, and artists are standing behind Eminem's claims and using their large platforms to take a stand against President Trump. Now it's time for the stock market recap with Dylan Wright. Dylan?
Thanks, Bobby. After my fourth week here on Boxercast, it's now time for an end-of-the-month recap. After 3 weeks, Tesla's gained $9, going from $351 to $360. After 2 weeks, Netflix hit an all-time high, going from $177 to $198. That's a $21 increase. And after 1 week, Microsoft has gained $3, going from $74 to $77. Remember, always use caution when investing, and I am not a financial analyst. Back to you, Bobby.
Thanks, Dylan. With me this week for the Staff Member of the Week, we have Dallas Chung.
Hello, Bobby.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So,
Great to be here.
He's wearing his work uniform. It's nice and neon green, but that shouldn't be a problem. So, can you tell us about where you work?
Well, I work in the pod, which is right next to Starbucks in our UC. What we do there is just sell provisions that our students need from time to time, and hopefully make it as convenient as possible.
Nice. What does POD stand for?
It actually stands for Provisions on Demand.
How long have you been working at the POD?
This week is going to be my 3rd week, going on to my 4th week.
Wow.
Yeah.
I notice every time I go into the POD, there's always great music playing. Who's
yes.
responsible for that? Is that you? Is it the building?
It's usually the worker that comes in before me. I mean, I open one time and then I just try to find the right station, and the oldie station is always on point, you know?
Yeah.
So you can always find me jamming out at work, trying to pass the time.
People always having a good time in there dancing.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Selecting their varieties and whatnot. What's your personal favorite POD snack?
Ooh, my personal favorite pod snack. It's got to be the Ben & Jerry's ice cream, I gotta say. I can eat a whole pint by myself.
I gotta say, that's gotta be mine too. So, can you tell us about how rewarding is your job at the pod?
Well, I say it's pretty rewarding because, you know, you get to see new faces every day, some familiar, and then you always strike up a conversation, ask about their day, and you always feel good because you give them what they need, and always service with a smile, and they always smile back. So that's always rewarding to me.
Well, I know I always get excellent service. Well, Dallas, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Bobby.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
And
much.
If you're looking to meet Dallas, you can head over to the pod, and that is our Student Staff Member of the Week. For this week's sports recap and previews, here's Luke Peavyhouse. Luke?
Well, thank you, Bobby. This weekend is once again packed with Boxers athletics, so let's get started. Tonight at 7 p.m., women's soccer will be at home against Pacific Lutheran, and volleyball will be traveling to play at George Fox. We have 7 different teams competing on Saturday the 14th, with men's and women's golf kicking off the action playing in the Northwest Conference Fall Classic this weekend. The next teams to begin will be both men's and women's cross country. Each team will compete in their final meets at the Lewis and Clark Invite before next weekend's conference championships. There will also be 2 home events Saturday, as football plays Puget Sound at 1 p.m. at Hanson Stadium and volleyball plays Willamette at home in Stoller Center at 7 p.m. Men's soccer is away in Washington for the weekend. They will play at Pacific Lutheran noon Saturday and at Puget Sound noon Sunday. For results and stats, you can check on the newly designed athletic website at goboxers.com. Back to you, Bobby.
Thanks, Luke. Well, that's it for today's Boxercast, folks. Make sure to check every Monday and Friday for your news recaps. As always, for the rest of the team, I'm Bob Bjork saying if it's in the Grove or on campus, we'll be there and we'll be talking about it.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy